It says live, but I'm not live. I'm not live. I am not live. I am not live whatsoever. Nope. I am not live. Well, this is kind of funny. No sticker. No sticker. Green screen, okay. Thank you very much. Okay, now I'm live here. Yo! 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 Okay. Tests. Tests. You know what? Let's try something here. I'm gonna use the first streams is gonna be bad, but that's okay, you know. It's just to I'm here, relax. I'm here, just testing out my
To watch a live stream right now, your best options depend on what you're looking for. Live events, February 14th, 2026. Sports, watch the NBA All-Star Weekend on Peacock or catch college basketball, e.g. Georgia Tech versus
Why
Notre
is
Dame on
this sound
ESPN
on my
Hulu.
screen?
Racing.
Go away and never talk again. Oh, there we go. Everything here is in shambles. I'm just doing a test screen. It's terrible. Sorry about this. God, I look horrible in this lighting. I look like a corpse. No, not that I care. SM Umair. Yo. It's funny with this. Pin message. Thank you for stopping by. I'm just testing out the my stream here. Not exactly the best setup I have here, but it's just to check things out. So I'm some regular streams. Where is my... Oh, cap. A little lightning, huh? God, a corpse. Yes, message pinned. Says all over chat, message pinned. I can't get that away. Let me see. Right. Yeah, you just eat. Good for you. Good for you. I can't remove the message pin. What the hell? Oh, yeah, it's so bad. Oh, there we go. Thank you, man. Oh, thank you very much. I'm just testing out the stream. Okay, now I'm there. You see there. For some reason, I'm huge on the screen. I shouldn't be this big. Yes, I'm from Norway. Absolutely. I am not English. I have in the background, it's just a random image of Arnold and this is his, of course, IFBB boss, old school. This is probably around 70, 69, 70, 71, 69. I think it's from 69 something. When Arnold just came to the US. Yeah, mostly keto. Mostly like 95%, 97. Today it's Saturday, so it's God, in this lightning, I look like a corpse. I got these bags under my eyes. What the hell? You don't see this. Yo. Had arms day at the gym. So what are you doing? Where are you from? Where do you live? I'm sorry for making you type if you're eating. So Shahara was Muslim Mountain, I think. We also chat in comments. Oh, nice, Pakistan. Nice. You live in Pakistan now? That's awesome. Hope you are well down there, over there. Need to work out, me. Yeah, nice. Best thing about working out is get the endomorphins in your head working. You feel really good. You get that natural high always. It lasts for days. Do some good resistance training. You feel really, really good in your head for days and days. Most people don't know this. Best thing in the world against, I tell people, if you're depressed or whatever, is lifting weights and eating some good, halal food. It's incredible. Pakistan, yeah, we have quite a few Pakistanis here in Norway. They mostly live in the south around Oslo, our capital. So I used to be able to minimize myself on screen. I'm so huge. I mean, I did check EKP research. It says I'm missing things about strength training. Yeah. Do you have a gym, a local gym to go to? Yeah, it releases a lot of things. Yeah, good. Yeah, get your ass to the gym, my man. It's once you start lifting, you will be forever small. What I mean is, you'll always chase that getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Are you someone who's are you really thin, or middle big, or like really huge man, or ectomorph is a small guy with a thin? Yeah, but remember, with strength, to get the strength, you actually have to build muscle. So I don't know if you're a ectomorph or a mesomorph or a endomorph. I'm a mixture of mesomorph and endomorph. This is me. You see here, it looks the same now, but so now on this stream I look like a corpse in my head. The lighting, God. Get mixed up with these little. I have low muscle mass, not much height. Well, that's the thing, you know. You can build up a lot of muscle mass. I hope you like milk. Milk is amazing, but not if you're trying to cut away fat, because the endocaseinamorphins in the milk, it makes it really hard to lose actually fat, because milk is such a super food. Remember, the growth hormone in the cow actually also works on human beings. Most people don't know this. This is why, you know, you get so big from milk. It's incredible for growing. Keto is horribly expensive here, sadly. Yeah, here too. In Norway, beef is the most expensive thing. Beef is so expensive here. So, but if you're trying to lose weight, you cannot eat seed oils. You know what I mean with seed oils. So just look up seed oils. No seed oils. Cold olive oil. Cold olive oil. Don't heat it up. Cold olive oil is okay if you have it a little on the food. Seed oils makes you fat. Yeah, seed oils is cancer, so you know this. Okay, good. Eat only real butter. Again, no dairy products if you're trying to lose fat. I'm losing a few kilos now myself. I had my hernia operation I fell on my bike in what was it, October, on ice. I'm still hurt so much, and I just so you say I'm a endomorph body. That's the biggie. I've seen those big men who are like Halfnafjorders, you know, those Eddie, you know, those big guys, the biggest on the world. Those are all endomorph bodies. They have a really hard time losing fat, and the only thing they gotta do is to quit the carbs. That's it. Quit carbs, and they will lose, and only eat the fat natural to whatever you're eating, the egg or whatever. Most people who don't know this, who struggle to lose muscle fat, is because they're yeah, it's hard to quit carbs, but you got to replace it with fat, because nothing makes you more feeling full than fat. That's why I say, if you, let's say you quit carbs, you measure up 40 grams of rice uncooked, right? That's about 27 grams of carbs in 40 grams of white rice, if I remember correctly. And that's the only, you eat it before gym or after gym. Or you take 25 grams of carbs before gym in form of rice with some beef or whatever, and the other 25 grams after the gym. But the point is, because because you're gonna, the first 2-3 days is gonna help you out, because you're gonna feel much more hungry again. If you cannot afford lots of beef and you eat only 100 grams of beef or something, you're gonna be super hungry because you're used to eating carbs. But it's like fasting, you know. It will go away after a couple of days, that's craving. That's why the cold olive oil on the rice and the beef and eggs, the fat from the cold olive oil will help you feel saturated and feel full if you're trying to quit carbs in the first week or two. So that can actually help you a little. But I got this gone away. If you're gonna gain muscle, number one tip to you, I don't know how old you are, the number one tip in the gym is don't sit on your phone. Okay, number one. Yeah, animal fat is full of vitamins too for your main manly hormones, you know what I mean. So remember, vegan is crap. Everything vegan, it's not bioavailable for human beings because of the anti-nutrients. That's why you get so much gas from eating anything vegan. So like beans can literally kill you if you don't cook them. And anything that grows above the ground, like broccoli, causes retardation in children in the womb. They're full of oxalates, a poison in the thyroid that messes up your hormones. Yeah, vegan is, as I said, is full of oxalates. They mess up your hormones, destroy your male hormones. and they're full of anti-nutrients, hence why we get zero nutrition from anything green. You get zero nutrition because they have so many anti-nutrients. That's why you get the gas from them. So just don't eat that crap. Root vegetables like carrots is fine. I love them myself, but they're just sugar. That's all. They're only sugar. They are literally only sugar. I'm gonna try to move my camera. Oh yeah, there we go. I can put my camera further away and not look like a complete corpse on screen. Let me see. I'm sorry for the green screen flickering. I'm on my phone like an ape. I have Streamlabs installed, but nope, that didn't actually do much. Six bitter almonds. Almonds are pure death. Almond milk, what a joke. Almonds, I mean 600 grams I think actually kills an adult man. That's what they make lysine from, you know, the poison that kills people. So don't eat that crap. We're in Pakistan. Yeah, I mean get to the gym, start lifting and do I don't know if you've seen some of my other videos. You should watch them when it comes to lifting. Basically, if you can do any exercise, only do 3 to 4 reps, you're way too heavy. If you can do 50 reps, it's way too easy. So let's say you're starting squatting, you obviously only you warm up. Squatting is great. It builds growth hormone and gives you this higher testosterone. And so anything you do, heavy compound movements like bench press, squats, deadlift, Romanian deadlift I think is better than normal, will give you a lot of resistance training, and do between 10-15 reps, whatever you're doing. You try to warm up. Let's say you're doing tricep push downs. Like today, I mean I'm really strong. I mean I can do the whole, but I start with 2/3 of the entire stack of metal. I just push them down. I used to do 20 reps to warm up. I wait a whole 5 minutes, and that alone will give me a good pump in my triceps. I literally wait 5 minutes. I do 15. It's like a couple of stacks I get left, and I do 15 reps. And then I did I can't remember the whole stack, 15 again, and I add more weights to the extra ones, and I do 3-4 sets again, doing obviously until failure, like really. So flex on camera. Now you can see my image here. Like I have to be nice with YouTube, so don't ban me. Keep it, halal. But basically, when you do something, let's say you're just get off your phone, and if you're doing curls, whatever, just keep it simple. Stay away from anything cable. If you're trying to build size, stay away from cable. Stay away from science-based training. Remember, most YouTubers are absolute crap. What they teach you, those that call themselves influencers, most of the, especially these American young boys, you see them standing there. They all weigh 50 kilos. I could do this, and they'll break in half. And they're all on taking gear like peptides to be leaned out, and they stand there with their tiny little rectus abdominis and like, oh yeah, I'm so yeah. And young boys are like, oh my god, I want to have those abs. Yeah, congrats, bro. You're a tiny little twig. I can literally curl you in the gym. So stay away from anything science-based, because they will take a science crap that's been written every 2 months and post it and try to get clicks and views on it. And sadly, they're very successful. People like me who say, I'm the biggest guy in the gym always. My whole life, in the last 7 years, I've seen this many. That's my size, or actually tiny bigger. One guy was really strong. But I'm always one of the absolute biggest guys in the gym. You can't see it here, but I'm, So it's I see the young kids like in the gym every single day. They stand there they sit there on they're like on their phone. They do this. They sit there like a girl, and they're like, okay, they put the phone down, and they're like, oh, oh, cable or whatever. Just and they're like, oh yeah, and they're like this every time, like, oh, and it's like, oh yeah. And they sit there on their phone like a woman, for 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Grazie. Last set is exactly the same, maybe a little. What happens is then the body tells you, bro, I don't have to grow big because I can do this easily because there's actually no intensity of strength, you could look up Dorian Yates on YouTube. Dorian Yates, How to Train is amazing, but don't do it like him because you're going to rip and tear. But do a mixture of volume, a lot of sets and some real good intensity, so you don't hurt yourself. Influencers are mostly crap. I'm not saying that to be mean. There are some good influencers, but those that are big, they pay their way to get big, and I would easily outlive them in the gym, most of them. I mean, 99% of them. I've been in the gym now for, I think it's close to 20 years. So, yeah. But, and everyone have their strong points, as Arnold say, and your weak points. So do your strong points, but also focus on your weak points in the gym. Like Arnold said, he literally said, I come to the gym and I immediately attack the weights. I attack the weights. I mean, yeah. So just think about doing a lot of, especially in the beginning, you got to do reps, but also some good intensity. Remember, like Arnold said, the last set, the last reps, those are the ones who build the mass. And when you do something and the body says that I cannot do this anymore, that's when the body says I have to grow bigger. And you also need the food. So when you go to the gym, you should be eating 6-8 eggs before you go to the gym, something like that, okay? And a tiny amount of carbs, some dates or something, if you need it. They help a little with the pump and stuff. The pump just tells you that you get blood rushing into your muscles. It's a good thing. And then you do the reps. Try to do 3 to 5 to 7 reps. Doesn't matter. Some people say that you don't have to do more than 12 sets of any body parts a week. That's absolutely bullshit, nonsense crap. It's all dependent on genes. I could go into the gym with my hard work. Some of the guys I trained with, the best they would stand on stage and win the awards. I could too, but I didn't do it because I was such a lazy bastard those years. But we trained 5 hours a day. We could go in the morning and do chest and back, and then come back and do shoulders and arms. And a good thing too, if you're gonna grow, don't do the bro split. One day, chest and tries, and then go next day you do back and buys. You need rest, okay? You need rest. Seriously, try to get 48 hours at least if you're working hard. So that's why I do one day. I do chest and back the same day. Then the next day I will do maybe shoulders. Actually, much more arm, because shoulders so you can easily, like you do incline chest and you get some really. You're also doing so much incline chest is so easy to combine with deltoids, anterior and laterals. Even in doing behind the neck press, which also builds the wide the lats of the width of the lats, just like wide grip pull-ups also build the wings of the lats for the V-taper. It's not for thickness of the back. It's always for the width. Everything rowing is for the thickness of the back. Just like every push, always keep your chest out and your shoulders back. Focus on the squeeze, always. So try to separate the body parts with at least 48 hours. If you're doing heavy legs, we get used to doing a lot of reps. Let's say you do 50 kilos of squats, it feels good. You do 10-20 reps, you add a little more, you do lots of reps. I can do 100 reps on squat easily. I did last Monday. Smith machine, but moderate weight. It's like Tom Platt said, the quad father. He said it. With good form comes size. So doing a good form, when you're squatting chest up, don't full forward, you know. Do a lot of good reps. Squat is king. I mean, that's a mass builder. Keep your legs a little spread for the outer quad sweep and development. And you also using the stabilizing muscles in your body, in your side hip. You do a lot of reps. Squat is important to do a lot of reps. It's not about going in there and doing 3 sets on squat and doing 3-4 reps on the last squat. You're not gonna add size. Okay, there's a reason why those power lifters look like garbage. 99% of them, they look like real weird fattos, and they do this silly bent back with line. They're like, oh, that's 1 rep. They look like crap because they try to do 1 rep, okay, and they do it half-assed because, you know, they're cheating, they're bending their backs and all these things, so it's ridiculous. So focus on doing a lot of reps, but not reps so easy that you're just gonna strain your connective tissue and stuff and get inflammation, you know. Try to go even on the bench press, to really, you know, after you warm up with only the bar, 20-30 reps, you should be able to do the first set at least 20 reps. When you put on 50%, 20 good reps, you know. Keep your arms down, chest up, and really get that, you know. Or if you're doing dumbbells, always think about this. The first reps, the warm-up set, you should be able to do at least, unless obviously squat is the one where you can do the least reps, unless it's really easy, because you always do body squats first just to warm up the hip and everything in your legs. Then you do an easy weight, you know, let's say 50% of the 1 max rep on squat. You know, you do 10-15 reps, okay, and you add a little more after 2 sets, two sets of 50%. You go up to 60%, 70%, and you do a lot of reps, as many as you can take, you know. If you've done a 30 or 40 or 50 sets, I mean the reps, sets, and 60, 70, you know, reps, you really get that, you feel good squeeze. You just, okay, you know, I'm done. What you also can do on squat is after you're done doing the last and you feel like, you know, I'm really pumped now. I'm feeling like, okay, I need to, because especially if you're new, take it a little easy the first weeks, okay? Otherwise, if you won't be able to sit on the bathroom the next day, that's fine, and especially the next day after that, that's perfectly normal. Just look up memes, leg day. I had days I couldn't sit on the toilet. Seriously, I had to be like, oh my God, I couldn't even sit. So that's normal, but it's a difference between being sore in a good way and damaging yourself. So don't damage yourself, okay? Please don't. That's why you do moderate weight and focus on the reps, because with reps and good form and moderate weight, size will come, okay? And the burn is insane on the body when you do things like squat. But try to also incorporate Romanian deadlifts on back day, because Romanian deadlift, when you come up, really get that back out to build the thickness of the back, you know. And things like a barbell and just shrugs, you know, because shrugs and overhead press, things like that. Do barbell and dumbbells to build, because what you need in size, if you do things right the first year, you're gonna grow a lot, even if you're thin. But you have to eat the good food, you know. You need animal protein. That's the only thing, because only protein, animal, not that vegan crap, but only animal protein will actually build more muscle. That's, you know, it's not for just for the muscles, it's for the blood and the bones and everything. But you know, we say the muscle, right? To increase the muscle mass and get those satellite cells in your body to go into the muscles. That's why you have, you know, muscle retention so much easier when you stop training and start again. Muscle memory, so satellite cells. So remember, you cannot build a house in Pakistan, you know, on a clod or mud or sand, right, with some straws. You have to build on stones or have a good foundation with concrete, and that's your food. That's the, you know, the beef, the eggs, you know, whatever. Okay. The easiest thing in the world, if you are dedicated, is to actually lose fat. If you just and you gain a lot of muscle, because the fat is your source of energy. Remember this. And remember, there's no such thing as carb loading, non-existent. It takes about 24 hours before you eat something to actually go to become glycogen for your muscles, do contractions and all of these things. Same with glucose for your brain. That's why gluconeogenesis in your body, you don't actually need carbs. You don't need 1 gram of carbs your entire life, because the gluconeogenesis takes fat from your body, convert it into glucose for the brain and glycogen for your body. So you don't actually ever need. If you're in a survival situation, you can just eat animal protein and fat. You'll be the most healthy, buff refugee there is. So, anyways, just ask me anything. I have so much knowledge from the bodybuilders in America, the old school ones. You have low muscle mass, not much height. Don't worry about the height. By the way, people who was not so much high, it's actually stronger than people who are higher. You know, no joke. People who actually, because you're more densely built, and so that's. I mean, one of my big heroes in bodybuilding was, you know, he's dead 5 years ago now. Arnold's best friend, you know, Franco Colombo. He was 165 tall. That's not tall, but he was stronger than Arnold. He did an incredible thing. He won Mr. Olympia twice. So don't worry about this, you know. Participants. Oh, he's gone, I think. Oh, no. Did you go? On pin. Nice. You left me. Well, I hope you went to the gym, bro. I hope you went to the gym. I gotta get my cameras in order here. That's the worst picture ever. That is the worst picture ever, bro. Well, he left me, but okay. Wow, that's a bad image. Wow. We'll keep this. Yo! I am a crap streamer. That's okay. I gotta get this thing off there. All right. This image here. Yeah, this image here. The burger It's the only healthy thing, along with the bacon. This is actually, pig's bacon. It was years ago. I took this picture. Of course, I don't eat the pig now. But, okay, this is terrible. I look like a corpse now. Okay. How am I now? Okay. How am I now? Okay, not too bad. So, in this image, there's a burger here. And the burger is literally the only healthy thing on this picture. The cheese is the second most healthy thing. Obviously, I'm not counting in the haram bacon. This is my burger, by the way, I made years ago. So, too bad I didn't get my latest advice on lifting. Influencers leak crap, lol. Yeah, they are, most of them. Many of them, not all of them. So some influencers are really, really nice, like Peter Kacharian and. Oh, you're still here. I thought you went away. Yeah, I just did Maghrib. So in a couple of hours, it's Isha to pray. So listen, thank you so much for coming here and helping me test out the stream. I'm gonna do better. So you don't have to follow me or anything. I just take care of yourself, bro. Okay, mashallah, and may Allah keep you steadfast. Okay. Yes, Ramadan in what is it? Next night to Thursday. So you take care of yourself, bro. Okay. I see you, man. I see you. Thank you for stopping by. No, I don't have my email on my page, but just watch my videos. So I don't have really but just watch my videos. I can give you some good direction for other people also. If you're starting lifting, to what videos to watch. There are some really good YouTubers out there like Peter Kacharian that I follow. He's fantastic. He's old school but also new. He's brilliant lifting. So if you need some advice or something, just let me know, okay? And just stop by or ask me any of my videos. Just ask me I can post links or whatever if you need help, okay? To other videos or whatever you need help with. So just let me know. And the most important thing, as I said to you, is to train hard but don't damage yourself, good form, and eat lots of protein and fat and all little carbs, and just ask me things in my comments, any of my videos, okay? I always get a pop-up, so I'm a nobody, mashallah, I'm a nobody under Allah here. So I do answer people in my I don't get 1,000 comments, so I will grow soon over time when I get my good going. And okay, so I haven't streamed since I was a good gamer, so yeah, on comments, inshallah. Yeah. Just ask me there, okay? And I'll promise to reply to you the best as I can, okay? So I see you, bro. Thank you for stopping by. Wa alaikum assalam. Let's see now. People outside walking by in the snow. So much snow here now. It's been snowing all day. This is my hometown just a few days ago. Where is the rest of the images? No, well, it's okay. keyboard is so old. Behind me is Harstad, where I live up in north of Norway. It's a bad picture, but you know, really bad picture. Ramadan next week starts for me. Fajr prayer at 5, around 5. So I gotta get up at 3, take a lot of amino acids, drink water, and some Himalayan sea salt. Probably eat those 7 eggs while drinking a lot of water. Take my creatine and all of those things, vitamin, zinc, D vitamin 3 and stuff, and just chill. I won't train whatsoever until night. When I break my fast, I will eat a steak and 7 eggs, like that. Take some pre-workout, and I'll immediately hit the gym afterwards and train really hard for 1 hour. Then get back home and try to keep just animal protein in, you know. Akil 6328. Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum assalam. I think I've seen you before, haven't I? I think I've seen you before. I'm just doing a test screen, so nice you guys to drop by. Just doing a test screen. I haven't streamed Syria since I was a gamer years ago. A gamer. I'm now on a bad laptop, and I'm actually now streaming on my phone. I downloaded Streamlabs and all those things. I had some serious issues with doing actually work, background and everything. So I'm just using now a random image from my hometown where I live just a few days ago. You see the mountain in the background. Audio down? No. What? Audio should be fine, not so. Okay. Why can't you hear me? What's wrong with my audio? What is this? No. Oh, I'm back. Okay. I don't know what happened, bro. I have no idea. Are you in Russia? You по-русски? Нет, I am in Norway. Rukivier. Now I'm in Norway. Hello. But Russia is our neighbors. Russia is awesome. So many nice people there. Mix switched, I think. Yeah, maybe. I didn't do anything, so who knows what it is. Anyone have any questions for me? Training, nutrition, whatever? I'll be happy to answer. I don't have a, as I said, I downloaded Streamlabs, but that didn't work out as I thought. So something happened there. So I just have my screen now like an ape on my phone streaming. Sorry about this. Yes, I'm going to do regular streams in Ramadan. I'm hoping to do regular streams. I'm on kind of a weird, silly, amateur setup now. I used to have, as I said, when I was gaming, I had a really good setup. So real camera and everything, and background, and more than one camera. That was cool. So, but now I'm streaming like a like a homeless person here. But it will be okay. Sorry for taking my hand in front of the camera on the phone. I do have a camera and everything. Look at this. I mean, it's just that it was, I don't know what happened. I'm sorry for the blurring in the background. It's just a green screen feature on the phone. But if you have any questions for me, you know, I've been talking to this other guy for an hour, helping him to how to train and what to eat, how he's going to gain muscle mass. So, where do you live, Akil? Earth, obviously, but Europe or Asia or... Afghan, nice. My guy over here that I go to mosque with, he's from Afghan, called Nassim, I think, Nassar. I'm so bad with names. I talked to him. He's a nice guy. He has a store over here. Really nice guy. He and his family. So we have a little small mosque where I live up here. He's also from Afghanistan. Nassim, probably. Yeah, Nassim. Yeah, I'm so bad with names. I would forget my own if it wasn't printed on the card. Yeah, Nassim. Yeah, he's from Afghans. He's really nice. He and his family live up here. So we have about 50 regulars, around 50, 70 people in the mosque here where I live in Norway. So that's nice. Afghan, yeah. I hope Afghan is doing great. So many great people down there. You deserve, Afghanistan deserve all the peace they can get. Inshallah. After everything that happened to that poor country. So, yeah, you live in Europe. Nice. Akil, yeah, I've seen you in streams. I can't remember where. Ali Dawa or Muslim Lantern or someone. Orthodox Muslim or... I look the worst on the streams. I don't know why on the stream. I look like a corpse in my eyes. Probably go where they have the camera and the horrible lighting. In some Dawa stream, yeah, I think so. Some Dawa stream, yeah. I really enjoy Sheikh and Ali on the Ali Dawa stream. It's fantastic. They're so nice, you know. And Sheikh is Ali Dawa is so much fun, and Sheikh is so knowledgeable and nice and fun. So that's a lot of fun. But I'm gonna get a better setup for my streaming. So I usually talk to people about, you know, gym thing, how people should grow. Most people can't grow in a gym because they're on their phones. I'm talking to other people about get off your phones, drink enough water, a lot of protein, you know, not of protein. Unless you're obviously a vegan or something, then it will be hard, really, really hard. Because it's such a low absorption rate into the body. But I can talk 10 hours about, you know, natural bodybuilding and how to get buff and, you know. So if I can't talk about, well, you know, obviously you probably, someone like you know 100 times more than me about Islam, so there's no point for me to talk about those things. Most people come here will be Muslim, so I'll probably get some funny guys in here, you know, some people who try to evangelize. That'll be fun. I'll get my first one in the chat. I'm like, sure thing, bro. Keep worshiping in your man or your gods or your cows or whatever. Good luck with that. I'll die a Muslim. I'll die a Muslim no matter what happens. Alhamdulillah for Islam. So happy I found Islam. I mean, there's quite a few people here in Norway now who's Muslim, which is good. So a lot of people are becoming Muslim. So that's nice in Europe. Every single day, hundreds. So in a week. They learn about their man-made pagan religions are all nonsense, with all due respect, of course. So it's nice to have some real brothers and sisters. Yeah, they are. But, you know, as I said, you know, as Muslim Lantern told me in my live stream, you should only worry about yourself, me, you know, I should only worry about myself on the day of judgment. I know, but of course I think about my mother and those things, but I just hope that Allah is merciful with our closest people who has been, but you know, they will have their own test on the day of judgment, so we'll see. I mean, if I can just get my mother into paradise, that's all I care about. My mother and grandmothers, and yeah. Do you have any Muslim family? No, I'm the only one, so it's really hard. Most people don't know I'm a Muslim yet, so, but not that I care. But my mother knows and a few others, but I couldn't care less what they think. So, but I try to be my mother, you know, try to get her slowly to accept Islam. Slowly try to tell her that Prophet Isa, Salam, and all these things, you know, were made up by the Romans, all of that, you know, literally made up the religion by the Romans. And of course, Pole, the scumbag, if I can say that. So I try to tell them that most people in Europe have lived for hundreds of years and only been taught things by the priests. Didn't have their own Bible, so brainwashed. My plans are to get up, drink tons of water and eggs, some supplements, creatine and all this good stuff, and just don't do anything the first days to get used to it. It was really hard last year. I didn't fortunately make it. It was just after I became on revert, just after, so I didn't make it. I have to make it this year. I really got to do it. So no training at all, as I said. When I break my fast, I just try to get some mosque for iftar. Yeah. We'll see. I'm gonna talk to it's a small local mosque where I live, so I wish I was with you guys, with a real Muslim community. I know if I were with my my brothers all the time, it would be so much more easy, because you're with them. You want to be like them and do like they do. So, but when you're alone here, it's not so easy. I can promise you, it's not so easy here. So, but when you are all alone and doing it, it's really hard, But we'll see. I'm gonna move to the south of Norway, where there's more Muslims and mosques, and find a good community and see what happens. And maybe try to meet a Muslima, get married. We'll see if I'm attractive to any, find myself a good Muslim woman in the south. How I'm gonna do that, I have no idea. Probably gonna be super hard. They don't know I'm a Muslim, so how can you tell everyone you're a Muslim but they don't know? But I will see. I move down to Oslo. I'm gonna try to drive south now, and there's too much snow now. Driving over the mountains in Norway in the winter can be a suicide sometimes. So, but usually the roads are closed if it's too harsh, But I'm gonna get down south and start working and drive to the south of Norway. I'm way above the Arctic Circle. That's way above, Alaska, and way above, basically. I'm on the same longitude almost as the Russian submarine bases in by the North Pole. I mean, I'm really up north there. So it's outside now. It's not too much, a couple of meters of snow, because it's been mostly cold. So been like -5, -15 around there now for many weeks. So yeah. Tomorrow is only going to do nothing, but for Ramadan I just gotta relax and don't, because the water, I'm used to fasting without food is super easy for me. I can do that standing on my head. So fasting with no food, that is super easy, but it's the water that killed me the last time. But when you're not, because I told Nassim that when you're used to, like, you've grown up with it, it's obviously you're used to it, you've done it before. So, but for us reverts, to fast without water is, wow, the pain I had in my head was horrific. I thought I was gonna fall over. But this year I'm gonna drink more water at night and take some Himalayan sea salt and stuff. And just last time I would walk trips and stuff. I'm not gonna do that now. At least that's the first 2 days. Just take it easy. Like one of my friends here called Ahmed. He's from originally from Syria. He's a dentist school here in Norway. A big buff guy, Muslim. For him it was so easy. He would literally come to the gym and train super hard before he was gonna break fast. I'm like, wow, bro. He's like, yeah, no problem. He was lifting super hard. 2 hours. I could never do that with no water, but we'll see if I make it, inshallah. I hope I make it this year. So on pin message, there we go. Participants, yeah, you're the one. So yeah, clicking some emojis here. Yeah, that works. Nice. Peel. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Afghan. Yeah. Well, I hope you will be. You live in Afghan. I'm gonna go off now. I've been on actually for a couple of hours now. But are you gonna? Are you in Afghan or are you in Europe? Afghan. Oh yeah, yes, you're in Europe. Yes, of course. Yes, you said so. I'm sorry. So, if I become a big YouTuber in a few months or a year or whatever in the Dawa community, or I can't really do that kind of Dawa like Orthodox Muslims. I know nothing compared to them, but I can do basic Muslims Dawa like the three chickens and who died in the cross and these things. Try to really talk about those major things. Because some Muslims with Dawa, they like to know everything about Christianity to counter Christian talking points. I couldn't care less about Christian, reading anything Christian books and all the things to actually. I read the Quran, the authentic hadiths of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and things like that, and learning more, about the Sunnah and those things. So. For some reason, this thing here. Message on pin just won't go away. It's incredible. Why won't it go away? Go away. No, won't go away. I'm just learning about the mod feature. So when I get if I become a half, I can't even see at the bottom. Inshallah, yeah. Maybe in a year or two I'll get some good viewers, I had quite well, I can get some good viewers and stuff, so see who comes by, But I'm just a novice, I know nothing compared to the real Dawa channels, It's just to provoke, the pagans. Maybe they get by and tell them, why they're worshipping their man god, their cow or whatever, So try to provoke them and in a nice way, so they actually do a lot of thinking. So, but let me just open chat again. Yeah, there it is. Now it's gone. Nice. Do my revert story. Yeah. It tends to get a lot of attention. Yeah. I have no desire of sitting and reasoning with anyone about anything. I don't care, to be honest. I know Islam is the truth, so I will do more of a shotgun dawah, like I do now. And I've done a lot of dawah for people in chat, and other people's chats, and other people's random videos to get them to think. But of course, you do it, as the Prophet said, in a really nice way. You have to be kind, So I don't like when people get too aggressive and spew hatred towards others. Sometimes people who are the best who comes around is also you could do some nature realized there's nothing but nature here where I live, so let's see if I have some green screen. Do I have any images here? Sorry for moving my phone. What is this? This is just a few days ago outside. Some mooses were visiting. You see it? Mama moose and baby moose, where I live. I live in a motorhome now, but outside my mother's house. But I got a couple of moose there outside looking at me like, what are you watching? What are you looking at? Moose. I find this amusing. But let me see if I have something. Here is me fishing in a river for salmon. Norway is pretty simple. It's just mountains everywhere. Norway and Afghan is actually really similar, apart that it's Obviously, we have all the water, you know. We have all the water, and we have see how a revert survives in Norway. We don't have much mussel in Norway. No, probably not. Yeah. I'll see what I can do, you know. You see here, I'm fly fishing here. Just outside Harstad where I live. This was in fishing here, what is this, August, September? Oh, there is some snow here. Fishing for salmon, so yeah, some Muslim content from Norway is, it's not a bad idea, you know. It's not a bad idea. Maybe I can I'll do more walking outside live content, you know. But I mean, remember Western Europe, you know how it is here. I mean, it's so much terrible things, you know, degeneracy and what have you. So I mean, it's terrible with the things they push here. I don't have to tell you, you know what I mean. So, but maybe I can, yeah. You know what I'll do? Like this. Maybe I can go fishing live or something and talk about Dawa as a Muslim when I'm fishing in Norway. That would be pretty cool. Stuff like that, you know. Driving and doing Dawa driving and showing off while I'm driving. Could actually be cool. It's literally a 5-minute walk here. I'm in the middle of the woods. Where I live now, we are 25,000 people. So you could do like Jan the Slovak Muslim things. I don't know what that is. Yeah. You're not from Muslims in Norway. Yeah. Maybe I'll make an X account, even though I hate X. See. I don't do really. I only have YouTube as my social media. Thank heavens for that. So. Oh yeah, Slovak revert. Yeah. Okay. We are now in February. In next month, there's gonna be some serious fish starting to walk. I mean, there's fish everywhere here. That's nice living in Norway. You can survive infinite just having fishing equipment. You can fish and fish and fish and survive. And you have Norway. We have so much clean water. We have more water every day going into the sea, fresh water, than we could drink in Norway in 1,000 years. No joke. I mean, the rivers, we have thousands of rivers constantly pouring out ice cold, fresh, clean water into the ocean in Norway. So yeah, this is a good thing about living in Norway. The clean water, fish everywhere, and you know, easy to survive if you know what you're doing. Obviously, the people who come here are freezing their butts off. Well, they're so cold. So I see some of the Muslims here from Middle East and stuff. They're like, ooh, cold. Yeah. But you're the only one actually watching now. Yeah. But thank you so much for joining. I'm gonna go inside and hit the go to the bathroom. It's 1.5 hours until it's 16:57 where I live. So Isha in 1.5 hours. So thank you for stopping by. You know, walaikum assalam, bro. Thank you so much for stopping by, and take care of yourself, okay? And we'll hang out later on in whatever download channel we meet, or here, okay? I'll see you, man. Take care of yourself. Bless you, bro.